Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on March the 22nd, 2017. And, you know, again, much like SmackDown, which I just got done reviewing myself, this is another good show. Like, I watched two good shows back-to-back here, though I got to watch them a little bit late this week. You started off the show with Oni Lorca going against Andrade Cien Almas. Just great match. Great match from both guys here. Very hard-hitting match. Good back and forth between both of them, and good storytelling throughout the match. Like, both guys just doing everything to try to win this particular match. Andrade Cien Almas goes over in this one, and again, was a really good match for both of these guys here. Just thoroughly enjoyable and great to watch throughout. Both, throughout the entire thing. It's just like both guys trying to hit their finisher but couldn't hit it for the longest time. Good stuff. I really liked what they did here. Up next, you got a good chunk of promos here. DIY with a very good promo backstage talking about their journey to get to the tag team titles and how it's like they reached their dreams and then they immediately got taken away because of the Authors of Pain, and like what they're gonna do to try to get those tag team titles back at the at NXT Takeover Orlando. Good promo. I liked what they did with DIY in this one. Then you had an Aleister Black promo package, which was also shown later in the show with an Andrade Cien Almas promo that he was going to be facing Aleister Black at the NXT Takeover event. So Tommy End, or Aleister Black now, is going to be already on the NXT Takeover show via facing Andrade Cien Almas, which you would assume that would probably mean Aleister Black will be going over. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that with Cien Almas on this one, because I've been liking his heel work, and it would be interesting to see him maybe get further along. But then again, you do have a heel champion at this point in time as well, with everything. Up next, you had Asuka going up against Priscilla Zinga. This is like a quick match. Or at least this was basically a glorified longer squash match. Asuka goes over in this match. I like at the beginning of the match, she grabs the microphone and says, "Ember Moon, this is your fate," and then just kicks Priscilla's head off. And basically taking her, and basically just winning the match after, like doing a glorified squash match and ending the match with the Asuka lock. Good stuff here. Kind of, again, heelish work from Asuka, because she gets to the point is like, I can win this match, but I want to inflict more damage moments. She looked like she was going to have the whole win with a kick to the head, but she pulls her up and then eventually does more damage and then does the Asuka lock. Good stuff here. I like the, like I said, I like the whole aspect of Asuka doing the whole, "This Ember Moon, this is your fate," and then just like destroying her opponent. And at the end of the match, grabs the microphone. It's like, "Ember Moon, no eclipse for you," basically. Like, she's going to prevent the eclipse from even happening in the match. Which again, that's what they built up throughout this entire thing, is that it's like, okay, with like what they did with Billie Kay a couple weeks ago. It's like, okay, you're building the Eclipse up as this like super devastating finisher that, it may even only take one of these moves to put Asuka down in some way, shape, or form. Good stuff here. I like what they did with this match, even though it was a glorified squash match. Up next, you had the Revival promo, basically cutting like why they're the greatest tag team and why they're going to get the NXT tag team titles back at TakeOver. Again, good promo. I liked what they did here with that one. And then they showed, after that, they showed the Bobby Roode Shinsuke Nakamura video package. Well, I guess the video package that they would be talking about, or like the video package that they'll show for their match at NXT TakeOver. This was an interesting video package. Like, they tell the story as like how they intertwine the both of them together, and then the whole NXT TakeOver Dallas thing with everything both of their different styles of how they interact with how they interact with others, and how Bobby Roode is and how Shinsuke Nakamura is, and it's all completely narrated. It's not like fully just promos of them. Like, they have a full narration of this to go along with it. And of course you get little snippets from Nakamura talking about Bobby Roode, and you get some snippets of Bobby Roode talking about Nakamura, and it ends with like Bobby Roode like in a mansion type area looking at a picture of himself sipping champagne and everything. Like, this was good stuff. This was good stuff and well edited together, and I liked what they ended up doing with this. Up next, before the match, you had a promo between with No Way Jose, Roderick Strong, and Ty Dillinger about the match with Sandy later that night, and then you had the match itself. Basically, they were saying, like, in the promo, they were saying, it's like, we're gonna change the numbers game on Sanity tonight in the match and everything in that sense. The match itself between the two of them, between Sanity and Strong, Jose, and Ty Dillinger, I thought was a rather well done and good. It had good intensity to the match. The match ends in no contest after all of them are just brawling, and it just, like, the referee can't gain control or anything in that sense, so throws out the match. Like I said, good intensity throughout the match, and I really liked what they were doing throughout the entire thing. You finally get a moment where Eric Young gets his hands on, or not Eric Young, but Ty Dillinger gets his hands on Eric Young. That was another narrative. He hasn't really been able to get to Eric Young since having their match at the last NXT Takeover. Nikki Cross comes into the ring to distract Ty Dillinger, and a mystery woman, I don't know who this was off the top of my head, but I'm sure we're going to get a name in some way, shape, or form here in the very near future, comes in and takes out Nikki Cross. Does a couple really good moves. This nice, like, bicycle, a pseudo, like, bicycle kick to the head, taking out Nikki Cross, and then Roderick Strong, Jose, Ty Dillinger dispatch the rest of Sandy and leaves them kind of running for the moment at this time. And, like, they even play off this aspect that this mystery woman is almost as insane. It looks almost as insane as Nikki Cross at this point. Like, to go along with it. And you have all four of them standing strong to go off and end the show. I liked what they did here, and they brought in somebody else to try to counteract Nikki Cross for what you would have to assume is either going to be another 6-man tag or an 8-person tag match at the NXT Takeover event. Like, we'll see what they decide to do with everything. And I thought they did some really good stuff here with that. It'll be interesting. Like I said, I don't know the person off the top of my head who that was. I've never seen them before in any way. Like a good chunk of the people that usually come into NXT, I've at least seen in some way, shape, or form, whether it be at least a couple of matches here and there or something in that sense. If they're not, like, unless of, like, she is like a fully developmental WWE woman, like, with the exception of the full, like, everybody that they've always just had in developmental that weren't from the independents in that sense. Usually I've gotten to see them. Like, this one, I've never seen any of her work or anything in that sense. So we'll see how everything is on that one. Someone, I guess, in the comments of your watch, you could probably tell me who this person was in greater detail, and in that sense of everything, and maybe it'll be something for me to watch throughout the week or something like that when I'm not doing any of my other stuff. But overall, this week's NXT I thought was done rather well. Good promos, good matches as well, and more set up towards NXT Takeover as well for everything here. So with that being said, guys, that is my review this week for WWE NXT. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.